You're going to see 3 presentations. Look at the students' pronunciation and delivery. Can you understand what they say? Do they say the words correctly, especially the ends of words? Are they loud enough? Can they speak fluently without hesitating too much? Do they use intonation? Clement will talk about a TV drama, Smallville, first. Before you watch, click here to see a summary of the episode.
Today I will present a TV show, Smallville. It's about teenager Superman. He came to the Earth by spaceship. He lived with a family on a farm. This movie has 2 bad guys. Superman beats them. I think the special effects of this film is quite interesting. I like the scenes where bad guys change to spiders. It was similar to Spider-Man. I didn't like the ending because it was too short. But I like the story because of the superhero movies just taught the superhero how to save the Earth. But it is about teenagers. Thank you.
Well done, Clement. He has limited English but tries his best to present the episode. I will give comments on his pronunciation and delivery first.
Today I will present a TV show, Smallville.
Clement is loud enough to be heard by his teacher, but he should speak up a little. Classrooms can be noisy. Make sure everyone hears you.
I like the scenes where bad guys change to spiders. It was similar to Spider-Man.
We can understand what Clement says. His delivery would improve if he used more intonation. For example, I like the scenes where the bad guys changed into spiders. It was similar to Spider-Man. Now I will talk about Clement's overall performance. Clement looked at his teacher more than his note card. You should do this too. He thought of simple sentences which he knew how to say. This meant his class could understand him, and he made few grammar mistakes. Clement should revise his subject-verb agreements, such as I am, you are, Clark Kent is. Here are 2 examples.
This movie has 2 bad guys. I think the special effects of this film is quite interesting.
It should be, this movie has 2 bad guys and the special effects are interesting. Those are my comments on Clement. Nicholas and Elaine will talk about an episode of Without a Trace, a police drama. Before you watch, click here to see a summary of the episode.
In Without a Trace, I like the father of the little boy the most. In fact, the foster father was not the one who gave birth to the little boy. He just adopted him, but he loved him very, very much. At first, the little boy didn't know about this. But after knowing that the one living with him was not really his father, he tried to escape to look for his real father. After the little boy was found missing, his foster father really worried about him and really upset. Fortunately, the little boy was found 2 days later. The little boy and his foster father hugged each other very warmly. His foster father showed his love to the little boy, and it also showed that his foster father cared him a lot. After the episode, I suppose his foster father will regard the little boy as his own son, as he has already recognized that he is very important in his foster father's life. Thank you.
Good job, Nicholas. Here are my comments on his pronunciation and delivery.
Good afternoon. In Without a Trace, I like the father of the little boy the most.
Right from the start, Nicholas is talking clearly and confidently. Make sure you also have a strong start. He can also use intonation to show his feelings about the drama, like here.
Fortunately, the little boy was found 2 days later.
You should listen to your classmates speaking English. Try to copy students with good intonation. Nicholas can speak fluently, but he looks at his note card too much. This makes him stop and hesitate more. Here is a good example.
His foster father showed his love to the little boy, and it also showed that his foster father cared him a lot.
Remember to look at your classmates more than your note card. Now I will talk about Nicholas's overall performance. He speaks quicker than Clement, but we can still follow what he says. He pauses to breathe between each sentence. Nicholas pronounces words really well. He practices beforehand and asks teachers or classmates how to say difficult words. You should do this too. As I said, Nicholas looks at his note card too much. He sometimes appears to be reading sentences, not telling us about the episode. Look up and talk to your classmates. Note cards should have a few words to remind you, not whole sentences. These are my comments on Nicholas. Finally, here is Elaine. You saw her prepare in episode 2. Now you can see her talk about Without a Trace.
Hey everybody, have you ever watched Without a Trace? It's shown on every Wednesdays at about 10:30 p.m. It talks about the FBI finding the missing people. In this episode, Gabe, the birthday boy, was the main character of the story. He was adopted by his parents when he was very small. He was found to be missing on his birthday on the way to a baseball competition. Hey, do you remember that we played last year in the PE lessons? He felt very desperate and wanted to find his birth father. So he communicated with the pretended birth father through emails and attempted to meet him. However, it was only a trap. Eventually, he was found by the FBI. Although they were not his birth parents, they did love and care about him. When Gabe was missing, they were so sad and worried about him. Gabe escaped from his parents because he thought that they were not his birth parents and did not love him. However, I believe that it was not the truth and he was immature to do so. I believe that he will be more mature than before and treasure his family. I really enjoy watching this film because the FBI are very smart. They can find the missing people in a very short period of time and in a very logical way. So why don't you watch it tonight? Thank you.
Great. You can see that Elaine is well prepared. Here are my comments on her pronunciation and delivery. Elaine speaks at a comfortable speed. We can understand her and, like Nicholas, she pauses between sentences. Here is a good example.
In this episode, Gabe, the birthday boy, was the main character of the story. He was adopted by his parents when he was very small.
It is easy to speak too quickly when you are nervous. Copy Elaine and pause after each sentence. Elaine pronounced the words well. Many students forget to put an S at the end of plural words, but not Elaine. Listen here.
Gabe escaped from his parents because he thought that they were not his birth parents and did not love him.
So be careful to pronounce the end of words. Her English teacher, Miss Yu, asked her questions after her presentation. Your teacher could do this, so be prepared.
Well done, Elaine. Okay, I have a few questions to ask you, okay? What should he do to show that he will treasure his life in the future?
Treasure his life. Oh, of course, he will not run away from his parents again. And I think he will show more respect to his parents. And also he will love his little brother.
Elaine gave a pretty good answer. I liked the way she repeated the question, treasured his life, to give her time to think of her answer. Now, I will talk about Elaine's overall performance. Elaine tried to think about her classmates. How could she interest them in this episode? She talked about their PE lesson and told them when to see the drama. Elaine has good English, so she should smile more and relax. Her class will enjoy it too. Those are my comments on Elaine. I will look at several presentations to give you more advice. Start confidently. Fabiola gave a good first impression with her introduction here.
Good afternoon. Today I'd like to share with you my opinions on Without a Trace.
Terry was more nervous though.
In the small film, Clark Kent is the character I like most.
His teacher will worry that he will make mistakes. So try to start well. Your classmates and teacher may not know the movie you are talking about. Tell them the title at the start, like Clement.
Today I will present a TV show, Smallville.
A presentation is a talk to an audience. It should interest them. What do your classmates and English teacher like to talk about? Exams, fashion, films, pop stars, the class monitor, Cha Siu Bao? Try to relate your presentation to them. Elaine does that here.
Hey, do you remember that we played last year in the PE lessons?
As I've said before, talk to your class, not your note card. don't do this.
I like him is because he is a brave guy.
I like the birthday boy Gabe.
He should only have one note card as well. If you look at your notes, your head will be down. This will make you quieter with less intonation. Try to copy Clement.
I like the scenes where bad guys change to spiders. It was similar to Spider-Man.
Or Elaine.
However, I believe that it was not the truth and he was immature to do so.
Look up and talk. Also, look at everyone in the room, not just your teacher. Be careful to pronounce the ends of words, especially when they end in a consonant, like words, want, finished, and helping. Here are two examples.
Had not enough special effects. Clark Kent is the character I like most.
They should have said effects and most. Practice saying words from your movie. You could underline or highlight the endings in your notes as well. You should be interested in what you are talking about. If you aren't, why should people listen to you? Show your feelings. Fabiola shows her concern here.
What about Gabe? He was very lucky indeed. He had love from his foster parents, who become so anxious and upset about his disappearance.
And her happiness here.
I'm sure that Gabe will be more mature and love his foster parents afterwards.
You could be asked to sell a movie or talk about your favorite character. You must show your passion for the film, even if you don't really like it. When you finish, don't just look around and wait for your teacher to stop you. It's better to tell everyone you're finished. For example,
this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Or you could simply say, thank you.
And his girlfriend, thank you.
Elaine's ending told her classmates when they can see the drama, which is nice.
So, why don't you watch it tonight? Thank you.
When talking about the movie, you could say, you can buy the DVD for $48 from shops in Mongkok. Your ending does depend on the topic your teacher gives you, though. Those are my comments on presentations. You can find useful sentences for presentations on the main page.